Let's get to Roto-World headlines. Just Roto-World headline today, just
Right,
one.
just
Darnell
one.
Mooney is going to have season-ending ankle surgery,
Yeah,
which is unfortunate, and that Bears offense is obviously trending.
there's more
horribly in the
headlines. They're
wrong
going to be coming throughout the show. We've got, when we get to running back waiver wire, we'll talk about some headlines. So just so you know, I want to give Roto-World its due.
direction. Yes.
As you know here. I mean, what a disaster for Chicago, right? I mean,
It really turned quickly, didn't it?
Oof, well, not that quickly. It's been a disaster for a while, but then there was hope.
Yes.
And then there's no hope anymore.
Yeah.
Unless they're tanking, unless this might make sense. You know, get a better draft pick, get some help for Justin Fields and that defense that desperately needs it. So Darnell Mooney, in the 11 games he played with Justin Fields, he had a 27% target share. He's got 46% of the Bears' wide receiver receiving yards so far this year, Jay Croucher, and it looks like, you know, unfortunate, but he is, as you mentioned, out for the rest of the year with an ankle injury. The beneficiary, to the extent there is one, I suppose would be Chase Claypool, right? I mean, you know, he's available in about 47% of Yahoo leagues. I would expect that this passing offense, such as it will be under Trevor Siemian, assuming that Justin Fields isn't coming back, and I just don't know why they would bring him back in a lost season, and you just lost your best wide receiver. Like, protect the franchise guy. So my expectation is that it'll be Cole Kmet and Chase Claypool, you know, and you'll see a heavy run game with Montgomery there. But
I think if Fields is back, and that's the whole other weird situation, is that he is practicing. It felt like it probably would be season-ending, but it hasn't been confirmed yet, so we don't know what happens there. But if Fields is back, it becomes a much more viable offense overall. And if Chase Claypool is now the number one wide receiver in an offense with maybe the number one fantasy quarterback if he's on the pitch, then that is interesting. Claypool was good against the Jets. He had a big catch beating Sauce Gardner in one-on-one coverage. He played well. He was the most targeted wide receiver with 5 targets. So I think there is something there for Chase Claypool if Fields comes back. But yeah, if it's Chase Claypool,
it's one
and
of those
Trevor
things
Siemian.
so they play the Packers this week, and it's one of those things where I would just sort of be like, I don't mind taking a flyer on Chase Claypool. Again, potentially, there's a 27% target share that's up for grabs all of a sudden on a team that we expect to be a negative game script. I mean, they're going to be throwing, like, that defense is brutal. Like, you know, we've talked about it. The Eddie Jackson injury, that hurts as well. And we've talked about the trades of Smith and Quinn, and so I don't mind taking a flyer on Chase Claypool. I think I'd want to sort of see it and see what the quarterback situation is. I'd want to see it against Green Bay, but I don't mind. I mean, Chase Claypool is somebody who's had, success in the NFL, but again, it's just feels like a bad situation. And by the way, especially against Green Bay and that run defense, feels like this is a heavy David Montgomery game.
Yeah, you would think so. Also, like, Trevor Siemian's not good, and he wasn't good against the Jets, but also the Jets have a fantastic pass defense, and there was also heavy rain. So it might not be as bad as it looks. So I think there is a little bit of upside. They won't play defenses that good the rest of the way.
Hey, it's Matthew Berry from NBC Sports and RotoWorld.com. Just want to thank you so much for watching what you just watched, or at least being too lazy to click out of it after the autoplay just kept it going. So either way, thank you so much for just letting it scroll by your screen. And now I'd like to ask you respectfully, please subscribe to the NFL on NBC YouTube channel for the latest NFL news, fantasy headlines from RotoWorld, and betting analysis from NBC Sports Edge.